Welcome back to the Expensive Coins History channel. In the world of coin collecting, there are coins that are common and ordinary. There are coins that are slightly unusual. And then, there are coins that capture the imagination, coins that create mystery, spark debate, and rise in value not because of what they were supposed to be, but because of what they turned out to be. In this video, we will take a deep dive into its origin, its design, its history, and why this tiny copper-colored coin from post-reunification Germany might be hiding a numismatic mystery that collectors are only just beginning to understand. We'll also examine what this coin might be worth in 2025, and what you should look for if you think you've come across one in your own collection. So get comfortable, grab your magnifying glass, and let's begin our journey into the strange story of the 1993 10 Pfennig coin without a mint mark. The 10 Pfennig coin was part of the Deutsche Mark currency system, used in West Germany and then reunified Germany until the euro was introduced in 2002. The Pfennig, a subdivision of the Deutsche Mark, had been in use for decades, with the 10 Pfennig coin being a small, bronze-colored coin made primarily of brass-clad steel. In 1993, Germany was in the midst of great change. The Berlin Wall had fallen a few years earlier, and the country was still adjusting to the realities of reunification. It was also a time when coin production remained steady, with millions of coins being minted each year to supply the growing economy. Each coin, as per the standard German minting tradition, bore a tiny letter indicating where it was produced. These mint marks included A for Berlin, D for Munich, F for Stuttgart, G for Karlsruhe, and J for Hamburg. The mint mark was always clearly visible at the top center of the reverse side of the coin, just above the number 10. This helped collectors and the Bundesbank track coin production by mint and ensured quality control across facilities. However, sometime during 1993, a very small number of 10 Pfennig coins were struck that appeared to be missing this key detail. No mint mark. No letter. Nothing at all. A blank space where that crucial identifier should have been. This wasn't a design change. It wasn't part of any public announcement or commemorative series. These coins should not exist without a mint mark. And yet, they do. On the obverse, you'll find the Federal Republic of Germany's traditional oak seedling. This image has deep symbolic meaning in German culture. The oak represents strength, endurance, and rebirth, fitting symbols for a country that had been through war, division, and finally, reunification. On the reverse, the numeral 10 is prominently centered, representing the denomination. Above that, usually, is the mint mark. Below it is the word Pfennig, flanked by two ears of rye, curving gracefully up the sides. The composition is both simple and elegant, representing Germany's practical yet symbolic approach to currency design. The coin itself is small, lightweight, and magnetic, due to its steel core. The outer brass cladding gives it a warm, golden appearance. It was intended for everyday use, and as such, most circulated examples today show signs of wear. What makes the no mint mark coin stand out is that everything about it is the same, except for the missing mint mark. It is otherwise identical to every other 1993 10 Pfennig coin. The first and most likely possibility is that these are mint errors. A damaged die or improperly prepared hub might have failed to strike the mint mark into the coin. In the process of minting millions of coins, even a single unnoticed error could result in dozens or even hundreds of flawed coins entering circulation. But the rarity of these coins suggests this was not a widespread issue. If it was a die failure, it would have been quickly caught and corrected, making the few surviving examples all the more valuable. Another theory suggests these coins may have been experimental strikes or test pieces not intended for circulation. Mint facilities sometimes produce unmarked trial coins to test dies, materials, or machinery. These are rarely released to the public, but occasionally, a few slip through the cracks and end up in circulation. A third possibility, though less likely, is that a private or unauthorized minting process occurred. This would be highly unusual and illegal under German law, but not impossible. However, without documentation or confirmation, this remains pure speculation. What all of this tells us is that the 1993 no-mint mark 10 Pfennig coin is a clear outlier, an oddity with no official explanation, but undeniable existence, with hundreds of millions of standard 1993 10 Pfennig coins minted across 5 mints. Finding one without a mint mark is like finding a needle in a haystack. Many collectors go their entire lives without encountering one. In fact, many seasoned German coin collectors have never seen a genuine example in person, because of the mystery surrounding its origin and the lack of official records confirming how many exist. This coin has taken on a mythical status. It sits in that unique category of coins where the line between error, anomaly, and treasure is blurred. And that makes it extremely desirable. Collectors who specialize in mint errors, German currency, or unique modern coins are particularly drawn to this piece. If authenticated, a coin like this can fetch a premium far exceeding its face value or melt value. Standard 1993 10 Pfennig coins with mint marks are very common. In circulated condition, they are generally worth only a few cents. In uncirculated or proof-like condition, their value can rise to a few dollars, depending on grade and mint mark. Because of its extreme rarity and speculative nature, pricing can vary widely. If sold to the right collector or at a dedicated coin auction, a verified no-mint mark 1993 10 Pfennig coin could potentially sell for anywhere from $100 to several $100, depending on condition, appeal, and demand at the time. In some cases, prices could go even higher, especially if bidding wars erupt over a coin verified by a respected grading service. However, condition is critical. A heavily worn coin may not reach the upper echelons of value, even if it is rare. On the other hand, a mint state or near mint specimen could be a major find and significantly more valuable. Another factor influencing value is public awareness. As more collectors learn about this coin through videos like this one, demand could increase, raising prices further. That said, if a hidden stockpile of these coins is ever discovered, the value could decrease as supply increases. Start by checking your 10 Pfennig coins from 1993. Hold the coin under a good light and examine the area above the number 10 on the reverse. Normally, you'll see a small letter, A, D, F, G, or J. If there is no letter at all, and the area is smooth with no signs of wear or tampering, you might have something very special. Make sure the coin is not damaged, excessively worn, or altered. A coin with the mint mark scratched off or worn away is not the same as a mint error. The true no-mint mark coin will have no indication that a letter was ever there to begin with. If you believe you found one, consider sending it to a reputable coin grading and authentication service. A professional opinion is vital when it comes to high-value numismatic items. The 1993 no-mint mark 10 Pfennig coin remains one of the most mysterious and potentially valuable modern German coins in circulation. Its rarity, unknown origin, and growing collector interest make it a fascinating piece of numismatic history. Whether you're a casual collector or a serious investor, this is a coin that deserves your attention. So, keep your eyes open, check your old coin jars, and you might just discover a hidden treasure that's been waiting for years to be found. The 1994 German 5 Pfennig coin, not just any version, but the mysterious variant that lacks a mint mark. At first glance, this coin may seem ordinary, but its story is anything but. Let's take a deep dive into the coin's historical context, its design features, the unusual error that makes it so special, and of course, its rarity and current market value in 2025. If you are a coin enthusiast, a collector, or someone who stumbled across an unusual coin in their drawer, this is a video you won't want to miss. To understand the significance of the 1994 5 Pfennig coin, we must travel back to the era of the Deutsche Mark. After World War II, Germany underwent immense reconstruction, and part of that process included rebuilding its economy. The Deutsche Mark, introduced in 1948, became not just a currency, but a symbol of the country's economic recovery, strength, and stability. The 5 Pfennig coin was a part of this monetary system and served as a common denomination in everyday transactions for over 5 decades. Though small in value, it played a significant role in the daily lives of millions of Germans. The year 1994 fell within the final decade of the Deutsche Mark era, as the euro would officially replace it in 2002. What makes the 1994 5 Pfennig particularly interesting is that it was produced in large numbers across multiple official government mints. But there is a unique variation that has baffled and intrigued collectors: the version that appears to have no mint mark at all. The obverse side of the coin features an oak seedling, a symbol of strength, rebirth, and Germany's post-war growth. Surrounding the oak leaf are the words, Bundesrepublik Deutschland, which translate to Federal Republic of Germany, along with the year of minting, in this case, 1994. The reverse side of the coin displays the denomination, a large number, 5, in the center, with the word Pfennig below. Framing the number are 2 stylized ears of rye, which curve upward toward the top of the coin. Right between these ears, centered at the top, is where the mint mark is traditionally placed, a single capital letter indicating the specific mint where the coin was struck. Germany operated 5 federal mints at the time, each represented by a unique letter, for Berlin for Munich, F for Stuttgart, G for Karlsruhe, J for Hamburg. This letter, though small, is crucial for collectors, as it can greatly affect the coin's rarity and desirability. Now, imagine coming across a 1994 5 Pfennig coin, and that letter is missing. A coin missing its mint mark is not a typical design variety. It is usually considered a minting error, and errors can occur for several reasons. In some cases, the die used to strike the coin may have become clogged or damaged. In other instances, the mint mark may have simply worn away from an overused or misaligned die. There is also a possibility that a die without a mint mark was accidentally used during production, perhaps before the letter had been engraved or due to an oversight during die preparation. Regardless of how it happened, the end result is the same: a coin that left the mint without its identifying mark. Because all 5 Pfennig coins were supposed to carry one of the 5 mint marks, a version without one stands out as a notable anomaly. That is where rarity begins to take shape, when something deviates from the expected pattern in a controlled, industrial process like coin minting. Error coins such as this are rarely found in circulation, and even fewer survive in collectible condition. This makes them highly sought after among niche collectors who specialize in error coins or German numismatics. In terms of mintage numbers, millions of 5 Pfennig coins were struck in 1994. Each of the 5 mints produced tens of millions of coins that year. However, the number of coins that were accidentally released without a mint mark is unknown and likely very small. Unlike commemorative coins or officially recognized varieties, mint error coins like these are not recorded in official mint logs. That means the true number of surviving no-mint mark coins can only be estimated based on how often they surface in auctions or private sales. As of 2025, only a handful of these no-mint mark specimens are known to exist. They have occasionally been spotted on collector forums and numismatic marketplaces, often generating substantial interest. The combination of a recognizable coin, an uncommon error, and the mystery of how it occurred makes this particular version of the 5 Pfennig a desirable acquisition. Collectors who specialize in mint errors, transitional issues, or anomalies from the Deutsche Mark era are particularly drawn to this coin. Its small size belies its significance in the numismatic world. In 2025, a standard 1994 German 5-Pfennig coin with any of the usual mint marks is typically worth very little, even in uncirculated condition. Most of these coins sell for a few cents to perhaps $1, depending on condition and demand. If the coin is verified as a genuine mint error, not a result of post-mint damage or wear, its value can increase dramatically. Depending on the coin's condition, clarity of the error, and visual appeal, these coins have been known to sell for anywhere from $20 to several $100s. In mint state or uncirculated condition, the coin could command even higher prices, particularly if it is certified by a reputable grading service. Coins that exhibit a clear, unambiguous absence of the mint mark without excessive wear or corrosion are the most desirable. In 2025, the value of such coins continues to grow, driven by rising interest in error coins, nostalgia for pre-Euro German currency, and the increasing scarcity of well-preserved examples. Look closely at the area between the two ears of rye at the top of the reverse side. Is there any trace of a mint mark? Sometimes the letter may be extremely faint due to weak strikes. However, if there is a clean, smooth surface where the letter should be, with no indication that it ever existed, that is a strong indicator of a genuine error. To confirm authenticity, it is highly recommended to submit the coin to a professional numismatist or a coin grading service. They can evaluate the coin, assess whether the error occurred during the minting process, and provide certification, all of which can significantly increase the coin's market value. It is important to rule out post-mint damage, counterfeits, or coins that simply suffered heavy wear. A coin that naturally lost its mint mark due to corrosion or polishing will not carry the same value as a genuine mint error. The 1994 no mint mark 5-Pfennig coin is more than just a piece of metal. It is a testament to how even the most routine aspects of production, like stamping a letter, can turn an ordinary object into something rare and valuable. For collectors, it represents an exciting discovery. For historians, it's a glimpse into the manufacturing process of a now-defunct currency. And for casual enthusiasts, it's a reminder that sometimes the smallest items hold the biggest surprises. So next time you come across old coins in a drawer, a jar, or a family keepsake box, take a moment to look a little closer. You just might find a hidden gem that could be worth far more than its face value. The 1996 no mint mark German 1-Pfennig coin. A coin that is shrouded in mystery, often misunderstood, and yet deeply fascinating for both seasoned numismatists and casual collectors alike. The Pfennig, as a denomination, has a history that dates back centuries, even before the formation of modern Germany. However, in its modern context, it served as a subdivision of the Deutsche Mark, Germany's primary currency from 1948 until the introduction of the euro in 2002. 1 Deutsche Mark equaled 100 Pfennigs, making the 1-Pfennig coin the smallest denomination in circulation. It may have been small in value, but its role was significant. Used in daily transactions across Germany for over 5 decades, the 1-Pfennig was a symbol of economic rebirth, post-war stability, and the precision of German minting. In 1996, the German government continued minting the 1-Pfennig coin, just 5 years before it would cease to be legal tender. These coins were part of the final years of the Deutsche Mark, and their production remained consistent with the designs and methods used for decades. The coin itself is made of copper-plated steel. It weighs approximately 2 grams and has a diameter of 16.5 millimeters. On the obverse side, the coin features a stylized oak seedling, symbolizing growth and rebirth, surrounded by the words Bundesrepublik Deutschland, or Federal Republic of Germany, and the year of minting, which in this case, is 1996. The reverse displays the numeral 1 and the word Pfennig, with 2 stylized ears of rye bordering the central text. It's a simple, elegant design, unchanged for decades. German coins have always featured a mint mark, a small letter indicating the minting facility where the coin was produced. These include, for Berlin, for Munich F, for Stuttgart G, for Karlsruhe J, for Hamburg. This system ensured traceability and accountability across the different federal mints. For collectors, mint marks also provide a way to distinguish varieties and identify rarities. Now, in most years and for most denominations, coins from each mint were produced in large quantities, ensuring wide distribution. The year 1996 was no exception. But then came an anomaly: coins dated 1996 that appear to have no mint mark at all. This is where things get interesting. Coins without mint marks are highly unusual in the context of German minting. The mint mark has been a consistent feature since the early 1950s. So when collectors discover a 1996 1 Pfennig with no mint mark, it naturally raises questions. Is it a mint error? Was it produced intentionally? Or is it the result of die wear or damage during the minting process? The prevailing theory among experienced numismatists is that this coin is likely a minting anomaly, possibly the result of a die that did not properly receive its mint mark engraving, or one where the mint mark wore down to the point of invisibility during mass production. These kinds of die-related issues are rare but not unprecedented. Importantly, this variant is not listed in most standard coin catalogs. That alone gives it a certain mystique. Because it's not officially documented, its mintage figures are unknown. This leaves collectors and experts to rely on anecdotal evidence and circulation finds to estimate rarity. As with all coins, condition is everything. A no-mint mark 1996 1 Pfennig found in poor, circulated condition may not fetch much attention. However, one in uncirculated or near uncirculated state, especially if authenticated by a reputable grading service, could attract serious interest. Grading evaluates a coin's surface quality, luster, strike, and overall preservation. Mint state grades, particularly MS65 or higher, dramatically increase desirability. Collectors look for sharp definition in the oak seedling, intact edges, and a clean, even color tone. On a no-mint mark coin, the absence of that letter must also be evaluated carefully to ensure it's not due to post-mint damage or excessive wear. As of 2025, standard 1996 1 Pfennig coins with regular mint marks are widely available. Their value in circulated condition ranges between a few euro cents and, at most, the equivalent of $1 in brilliant uncirculated grade. Because it is not officially documented or confirmed by mint reports, its market value is highly speculative. Coins like these often sell in private sales or niche auctions. In some cases, no mint mark variants, if verified as genuine minting errors, have fetched upwards of €50 to €100 depending on condition and buyer interest. That said, this is not a coin that will typically appear in major auction houses. Its value lies in rarity, mystery, and the enthusiasm of the buyer. Without third-party authentication, its price is limited. But with certification and a clean provenance, it could surprise you. If you believe you have a 1996 no-mint Mark I Pfennig coin, the first step is to confirm that it is not simply worn down. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the area where the mint mark should be, usually just beneath the oak leaves. If it appears completely clean and undamaged, with no trace of a letter, you may indeed have something unusual. The next step is to consult a professional coin dealer or grading company. An authenticated coin has significantly more value than one with uncertain origins. As for whether you should sell or hold, it depends. If the coin is in pristine condition, you may want to hold on to it and watch the market evolve. As coin collecting becomes more digital and global, niche rarities like this could see a surge in interest. On the other hand, if you're not a collector and prefer a guaranteed return, consider selling it through a reputable dealer. The 1996 no-mint mark German 1 Pfennig coin is more than just copper-plated steel. It is a conversation starter. A question mark. A hidden chapter in a story that's still being written by collectors, dealers, and historians. Its value today may not rival that of gold or silver coins, but for those who understand its nuance, it holds something more precious. Intrigue.so. Check your old coin jars. Look through your family collections. Because sometimes, the smallest coin can reveal the biggest mystery. The 1996 Germany 10 Pfennig coin, but not just any version. This one has no mint mark. Could this humble piece of change be hiding something extraordinary? Let's find out. The German 10 Pfennig coin was part of the post-war currency system used in the Federal Republic of Germany before the euro was adopted in 2002. Though this denomination seems minor, its design, composition, and historical context reflect a key period in German monetary history. The coin in question, minted in 1996, is part of the last generation of these coins before they were withdrawn. Normally, all German coins were produced by one of 5 official mints and carried a small letter representing the mint of origin. These are A for Berlin, for Munich, F for Stuttgart, G for Karlsruhe, J for Hamburg. But what happens when a coin is missing that mint mark? That's where the story begins. Mint marks are tiny letters placed on coins to identify where they were manufactured. This practice dates back centuries and helps with tracking production quality, quantity, and accountability. For collectors, mint marks can significantly affect a coin's value. A coin with an uncommon mint mark may be worth more than one with a common one. But a coin with no mint mark at all, that raises questions, especially in a minting system as regulated and consistent as Germany's. So when collectors began to notice 10 Pfennig coins from 1996 without any mint mark, alarms rang. Was this a mint error? A forgery? A rare test strike? Or something else entirely? By 1996, the Deutsche Mark was still strong, but Germany was preparing for integration into the Eurozone. The 10 Pfennig coin was produced in massive quantities to meet circulation needs. Millions of coins were struck across all 5 mints. Most of these coins bear their respective mint marks. They're common, widely circulated, and not particularly valuable unless in uncirculated or proof condition. But then comes the mystery coin, a 1996 10 Pfennig without any mint mark. Not a worn mint mark. Not a faint one. Completely missing. This immediately classifies it as an anomaly. And in the coin world, anomalies can mean one of two things: either a rare and valuable mint error, or a post-mint alteration with no added value. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process. This can include double strikes, off-center minting, incorrect planchets, or missing elements like dates or mint marks. In the case of the 1996 10 Pfennig, a missing mint mark could indicate a die was used before the mint mark was added, the mint mark punch was damaged or obstructed. An experimental die was accidentally used in circulation. Any of these would make the coin extremely rare. Why? Because minting processes in Germany are precise. Quality control is stringent. The odds of an unmarked die being used, unnoticed, and that coin making its way into circulation? Incredibly low. Of course, not all that glitters is gold. In numismatics, forgeries and altered coins are unfortunately common. A coin might be filed or polished to remove a mint mark. This could be done to simulate a rare variant and inflate its value on the collector's market. So how can you tell? A genuine no mint mark coin will have no signs of tampering. The surface will be even, the texture consistent. Under magnification, a smooth and original metal surface in the area where the mint mark should be could suggest a mint error. But if there are scratch marks, unnatural smoothness, or inconsistencies in the metal texture, it might be altered. Professional evaluation becomes essential. An expert numismatist or grading service can determine authenticity, confirm a mint error, and assign a grade, all of which influence market value. A standard 1996 10 pfennig with any mint mark, in circulated condition, typically sells for between 10 cents and $1, depending on condition and mint. Uncirculated examples might fetch $1 to $5, especially if they come from mints with lower production volumes, but a genuine no-mint mark variant, verified by a reputable grading service, could command a significantly higher price. In fine to very fine condition, estimated between $10 to $30 in extremely fine or almost uncirculated, $40 to $75 in fully uncirculated condition, possibly $100 or more, depending on buyer interest. But remember, the true value is dictated by collector demand and confirmed authenticity. Without expert verification, a no-mint mark coin may be treated with skepticism. Unlike well-documented errors that are widely accepted and catalogued, the 1996 no-mint mark 10 pfennig is unofficial, unconfirmed, and uncommon. This fuels both speculation and excitement. Collectors of German coins, mint errors, or mysterious anomalies are particularly drawn to such pieces. Their rarity isn't just about how many exist, it's about how many are verified and preserved in excellent condition. There could be only a handful. Or perhaps many exist, but no one has recognized them yet. That's the beauty and the mystery of numismatics. If you happen to own one of these coins, what should you do? First, do not clean it. Cleaning can destroy a coin's value. Second, get it evaluated. Take it to a reputable dealer or send it to a professional grading service. Let them determine if it's a genuine mint error or a post-mint modification. If confirmed as genuine, you have options. You could sell it in a niche coin auction, where it might attract bids from collectors worldwide. Or, you could hold on to it, waiting for further discoveries or documentation that could increase its future value. In a world where billions of coins are produced, it's the imperfections, the outliers, that often become the most valuable. The 1996 no-mint mark 10 pfennig coin from Germany is a reminder that mystery still lives in our pockets. That history isn't always found in museums. Sometimes, it jingles in a drawer or sits quietly in a forgotten coin jar. Whether it's a rare mint error, a collectible curiosity, or a case of mistaken identity, it deserves a closer look. Because in numismatics, even the smallest coin can tell the biggest story. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the mysterious 1996 no-mint mark Germany 10 pfennig coin. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your collector friends, and subscribe for more in-depth looks at rare and unusual coins from around the world. And remember, that change in your pocket might be worth more than you think. Tap the bell so you never miss another numismatic mystery. Until next time, keep collecting, stay curious, and always look twice before spending that coin.